Good morning, everybody. This is Bo back in the zsportslounge.com. I want to say thank you to all the host of affiliates who send this channel all over the planet, the military bases that consistently send us texts and emails on guests to have on the show. And at this time, we have an opportunity to talk to head football coach Mike Sullivan out of Northwood University. Sir, thank you.
Yep, you bet.
Coach, we've been trying to get you on for some time. Your program is known throughout the country. Northwood has an awesome reputation, and this year looks like an awesome year for you to break the barrier of getting into the playoffs. It looks strong.
Well, yeah, we're doing well. We don't want to talk about that yet. We're going game by game, and you know, I'm proud. We've got seniors and strong leadership, and our foundation is we're a blue collar. Roll up your sleeves and get after the football program, and that's what we build on.
You look at your competition that you beat. I think it would be nice for you to have at least one win by double digits, because these nail biters got to be no good for your hair.
Yeah, we've had some nail biters and close games, but that shows the character of our young men in our football program, and we're excited about that.
Absolutely, Coach. You know, you look at exactly the competition in the GLIAC. I don't think there's a conference that has as much, come-to-play teams in anywhere in the country, especially in the D2, but even in the 1AAs. Every day you suit up, you've got cameras, you've got news reporters, you've got media. How do you manage all that attention in your program?
Well, I mean, first of all, Division II, I've been blessed to be involved in this conference for 16 years, and in Division II, and the conference has gotten better, each one of those years, and you have the national champion with, Grand Valley, who's played for the national championship, and this is the toughest Division II conference in the country, without question, and it's a tremendous brand of ball. We're blessed to have 4 young men who came out of here in the last 5 years that are playing now in the NFL, and there's young men going to the NFL each and every year out of this conference and out of this league, and so it's a tremendous league, and it gets better and better.
Absolutely. And the fact that your school is one of the top academic achievers in the country, it shows one thing, is that, one, you cannot be a knucklehead and go to your college. It probably helps you out with IQ factor, because the athletes know, first off, they're playing as a student, and then second as an athlete. So when they show up, they are probably really blessed to have this opportunity to play football. That a lot of them probably show up and play a little harder, knowing that their season's about to be over.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And Northwood University is known throughout the world for its business reputation, and we have a very, very strong placement rating with our 14 different curriculums, and the fact that our young men can come here and get a major and walk across the graduation stage in 4 years with a bachelor's degree, but more importantly, they can walk across the stage with an MBA 1 year after their bachelor's degree, so they can actually have a master's degree from Northwood University in 5. And we have 6 young men that are doing that this year, and our graduation rate is tremendously strong. And you're correct. They're first a student here, and second an athlete. But it is also nice to see that when young men become, sophomores, juniors, and in their senior years, they start to realize they don't have many more opportunities left for this game, and they're going to be out in the real world, in the real economy, and so they want to make the biggest impact that they possibly can before they are out in society and on with the next stage of life.
Coach, when you look at the last several games you've had a close loss against Saginaw Valley, but great wins against Northern Michigan and Hillsdale, which were the nail-biters we were talking about. When you go in and look at Findlay as your next competition, playing in Ohio, what are kind of the game notes you put together based on the success you've had in the previous games? Those leaders that are coming up and really carrying your message forward. You've been involved in the program before, and now, this is your reigns, the second year where you're making the calls from the sideline that are your offensive ideas. But who are those guys that are stepping forward to really help out?
Well, our captains, our Baher Fike is doing a great job for us as a defensive end, and he's a leader for us. Michael Gilmore, who's a young man out of Arizona, who's making a great impact for us as a wide receiver and putting up impressive numbers for us. Our quarterback, Spencer Kukowski, is doing a great job. in his senior year, his fifth-year senior, and he's doing a nice job for us as well. Emmanuel Southern, a young man out of Saginaw High, who's also a defensive end and one of our captains, is doing a great job. And we've got other leaders, that are involved in the team, and we've got we're blessed with 22 seniors, and so they're making contributions and carrying the message forward. And our team, our foundation is that we want to make a difference in society, whether it's on the football field, classroom, in our communities, just making a difference, and that's what our young men are focused on in each and everything that they do.
And you can clearly see that. I mean, over the last several years, your program has been mentioned in a lot of different circles in the GLIAC. ESPN obviously always goes out to the Grand Valleys of the world, but your names keep mentioning up. It's a pride factor in what you've done in a short period of time in this program. Have you had a chance to even enjoy some of the successes you've had off the field as well as on the field yet? Are you pretty much trying to figure out what to do on the next coming game?
Right now you're getting ready for the next game, but for me as a coach, the greatest thing for me is to see a young man walk across the graduation stage and have the degree in hand, and seeing how they develop throughout their life, and knowing that they're going to impact society, and know that you had a part in that, and that's worth more than any monetary value or anything to me. And when that young man just says thank you, and you've impacted them, and that is what, for me, this game is about.
Absolutely, Coach. Absolutely. One of the things that we find drawn to you and your program is the fact that you've been pretty much brought up in the state of Michigan as far as a coach. All these years, a lot of coaches are brought in from other areas. You've been here to see just tremendous growth in the state of Michigan. Obviously, it's tough for everybody right now. But what has been, outside of watching the students walk across that line, which is everybody's greatest achievement, what is the next biggest achievement that you really feel comfortable with, that you're proud of, that a lot of people don't know about?
I would say the fact that last year and the last few years we've been involved with doing over 2,000 hours of community service in the community and surrounding area, and so our young men are grounded and humbled from the aspect of they want to give back to society, and they want to be part of being involved with society. And for a coach to see young men that take that on and want to take on projects, whether it's Habitat for Humanity or we just did a suicide prevention walk here on our campus that drew a lot of people in, and we did an ARC walk for citizens with physical and mental disabilities in this area, in the Tri-City areas. That's what you want to see, that young men take pride in doing that and being involved with it. So that is just important to me as the aspect of the academic side, but also I'm proud of the competition side and building the character within our young men, and knowing that they are going to face adversity in life, and you fight through adversity, and you rise above, and you achieve in adverse situations, and having that competition and developing that character and throughout their lifetime.
That was Mike Sullivan, Northwood University head football coach. We're going to see if we can't get him on, probably after the Tiffin game, as they start winding down their system. Would that be okay, Coach?
You bet. You bet.
We're a pleasure to have you on. We are now off the air. One moment, please, while we switch over.